Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and in this video, we are having a look at YeahBuddy's 2021 Ram 1500 Rebel. Now, obviously, there are a ton of customization options to go into with this truck, but before we jump into the garage, I do want to walk you guys around this truck real quick because there are a lot of little details that he's included in this thing that really amp up that level of quality. Now, obviously, we have every single light on this truck being fully functional, but he's also done some really interesting stuff with the sounds. Now, not only does it have a really unique startup and running sound and an on-throttle sound, but when you tap the brakes, it also has a downshift sound, which is super unique. So let me go ahead and fire it up, and I'll let you guys listen to it real quick before we take it into the garage. You hear how it actually makes a genuine downshift sound when you get on the brakes? That is one of my favorite parts of this truck. So without any further ado, let's get it inside the garage and see what kind of options we have to play with on this thing. Now, engine-wise, we have a 3.6-liter V6. We're going to be not even thinking about that one. That's going to give us an A- power to weight rating. Then we have a 5.7 Hemi. Then we have a Hellcat engine, a Supercharged 6.2 liter. Now, we could totally go with this one, but we could also go with this one and probably have a really balanced experience, but I really want to see what kind of power that Supercharged 6.2 actually puts out, and not only do I want to see how much it puts out, but I also want to see what it feels like to drive. Now, we're absolutely going to go with the ZF 8-speed. And suspension-wise, we have a mid, which I believe would essentially be just a mid-travel setup. Then you have a 6-inch crawler flex. Then you have a trail. Then you have a hitch toe, like bumper hitch toe. Then a fifth wheel toe suspension. So you can essentially tailor this truck for just about any level of, basically any level of gameplay that you would like. Now, we're going to go with the trail suspension and see what that feels like. But I also, well, no, actually, we're going to go with the 6-inch crawler flex because I really want to see what that's all about. Now, your tire options will start at a 35, very realistic tire size, by the way. Then you can go up to a, let's see, a 37. And actually, God, absolutely love the different wheel and tire options that you have available on trucks like this. I could probably do an entire video just dedicated to the wheel and tire options. Now, let's see. Oh, you can even do 39s. But you know what's interesting? This truck, for whatever reason, makes the 39s look small. I don't know why. It just seems like that's legitimately what it does. I really do like the look of those KO2s, but I also like the look of the Baja Claws. And I haven't run Baja Claws on anything in quite a while, but I also am really curious about these Baja KRs. I know they're not really a rock tire. They're more of like a desert tire, but I think we're going to do, you know what? Let's do something we don't normally do and throw the Baja Claws on there. They look really, really good. Now, the snorkel is definitely going on, and in terms of frame add-ons, you have a gooseneck hitch. You also have a bed rack, which, let's see, that's probably kind of like an overland rack style. Yeah, so if you want, obviously, you've got 5,000 repair points, 20 spare wheels, 1321 fueled units. You can run that if you would like. I don't know if I'm going to run it on this particular build, but it's definitely there if you would like to run it. There's your bumper pull hitch. You've also got a roof rack, which I really, really like. I like how it's got like all the tools you might need. Then you have your rock sliders, and then of course your bed spares, which that comes with, wow, that comes with a set of 2 full-size spare tires, and I love the fact that those are also Baja Claws. Like, that's so legit. Now, let's see, front bumper-wise, let's see, custom front bumper 1. Oh, that's all. Okay, well, that's all we get right now. However, well, actually, no. Oh, so there's more up here. Now, keep in mind, this is a work-in-progress truck, so options may be added or changed at a later date. But also, if you would like to learn more about how you can get your hands on this truck, definitely check out YeahBuddy's Discord, which will be linked in the description box down below. Now, let's see. I really like that Baja-style setup. And I'm thinking that's going to be the move for me, like that super high clearance Baja setup. I love the red headlights, but you know what? I don't know what color I'm going to paint the truck yet, so I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to go with. And, oh, I see. So that light bar would get rid of the roof rack, and I really don't want to do that, but we can make up for that with the right and left light pods. Now, here's where the wheel selection gets super deep. So we've got KMC L1s, You got Rhino Gold Black, Rhino Chrome, KMCL ones in like kind of a like a silver and black. You got KMCL ones in like a gold and black, and then red and black as well. Chrome methods, gold methods, and let's see, Rhinos and more. Jeez, bro. You've got so many wheel and tire combinations, like, it's absolutely mind-blowing. I kind of want to go... Well, I'm so back and forth now because I think I'm going to go with these red KMC L1s, and then if I end up changing the color to something that doesn't really work well with the red... Oh, that looks so good, though. That looks so good. Let me scroll through some of these colors, but I will say that, like, the tan also looks amazing. So does the orange. Why is it that, like, I'm all about orange on some of these trucks lately? I don't know. Like, I'm okay with it, but I don't know where that came from. I'm usually not, like, super big on orange on some of these trucks, but man, on some of them it just looks great. I love the blue as well. I think what I'm going to go with on this one is actually the tan. I really dig the tan for some reason. The tan is sick, especially with the red wheels. All right, let's fire this thing up now, and we're going to test it in a variety of different scenarios. Firstly, we're going to take it on some trails, and then we're going to take it to the racetrack and see what it's like out there. But before we do that, I want to give it a little flex test because we are on the, let's see, the 6-inch trail suspension or 6-inch flex. Bro, look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god, my diff cover is like on the ramp. Look at that flex. That is so insane. Wow, that's like, I mean, you want to talk about trail ready? I don't think it gets much more trail ready than that. I mean, that is like about as trail ready as they come right there in terms of actual suspension flex. Holy smokes. All right, let's hit a proper trail real quick and see how it does with that. And then the cool thing about this map is that once you get on a proper trail, you know, you've done a little bit of testing there, you can actually recover back to the garage, and the racetrack is going to be right across the street from the garage. I think that's absolutely perfect placement. So I think, yeah, if we go down into this trail up here on the right, we'll definitely not only be able to put the suspension to use, but we'll be able to put the sliders to use as well. Because this truck, or not this truck, but this trail is definitely no walk in the park. Also, fun fact, even though this is a branded truck and therefore PC only, the map that we're on right now is available on consoles. So if you would like to check out this map for yourselves and you are a console player, search up Desert Proving Grounds Stage 1, download it, and you will have one of the most fun crawler playgrounds that you could imagine. It also has, like I said before, some really nice racetracks and Baja areas as well. Let's make my way through there. That loose rock was definitely not too happy with us, but that's fine. Once you put this thing in low, I mean, it's definitely super balanced. It doesn't feel like you're, you know, kind of fighting the power or fighting the torque. It feels actually really intuitive to drive, even with the top engine. I love that. I love the way it sounds, too. It sounds so good. Easy. Well, putting the slider to use again. Look at that flex. That flex is so next level. So incredibly next level. Dropping in. Oh my god. Bro, you want to talk about, like, something that is just a dream to do realistic crawling with? You're looking at it right here. This thing is the dream in terms of realistic crawlers, like, and not even just realistic crawlers, but, like, you know, different types of crawlers. I love the fact that YeahBuddy is like, you know what? You know, other people are gonna crawl in, like, Jeeps and, you know, like, Jeeps or Land Cruisers and things like that, and he's like, and that's great, and he's built a Jeep himself, but... he's like, but you know what? A solid axle swapped, you know, Ram 1500 Rebel with a freaking Hellcat engine would also be sick to see out there on the trails. And I love the fact that he goes into these different little, like, niches of the off-road community and builds such incredibly put together rigs. All right, we'll go a little bit farther on this crawler trail, and then we'll make a run for the racetrack. I just want to get some decent size obstacles under my belt. Not that we haven't done that already, but I have a couple in mind, and they're just a little bit further down the trail. Pop it up on that rock. Come on. Oh, come on. All right. I think we're a bit high-centered. Just a bit. Come on, Dodge. There you go. Not bad. Dude, looking at that trail in front of you is, like, not gonna lie, it's partially, like, super intimidating. Oh, this is where you're gonna get some mad flex out of it, though. Oh, no! My Ram badge! All right, easy. There you go, just slide it on over the rocks. Trying to have a little bit of a mix of strategy and vehicle placement here. Trying to be real smooth. Oh, dude. That articulation, I could literally sit here and watch that articulation all day long. Look at that. Wow. All right, dropping down just a little bit. Going offline a tad. This spot is extremely tricky because it puts your vehicle at such a wonky angle, like a genuinely, like, terrifyingly wonky angle. But there are actual trails that will put your vehicle at angles like that. Let's see what some of these obstacles look like from the interior view. Sheesh, that would be terrifying to see IRL. All right, up you go. I think we're in low. Yep. Just wanted to make sure we were in low and not low plus, because I feel like low plus might cause us a couple of issues here. Oh, dude, that climb, though. So good. And, man, I'm so glad we went with the Baja Claws on this thing. They look so incredibly top-notch. They look great. They really, really do. Oh, my God, they look so good. There's another flex shot for you. Dude, I can't get over the way this thing flexes out. It is so good. So good. All right, let's go back to the garage now and make our way to the racetrack. So we've got the 6-inch crawler flex right now. The mid-travel, I feel like, would probably be... I would assume that would... And I may not be, I may not be assuming correctly, but that will probably be the setup that may work well on the racetrack. Let's just see. Let's do a quick little jump test by jumping on and off of this platform right here, and that should tell us a lot about how the mid-travel is going to handle the jumps. Not bad, but it buried the front end a little bit. I tell you what, when we take it to the racetrack, we'll run the trail suspension, and I have a feeling that, once again, I know that this suspension is a little high, but let's see how it handles turns. Yeah, as long as you don't, like, throw it into a corner like crazy, it's gonna, oh yeah, it's gonna handle the jump so well. Look at the way it handled that landing. All right, it's time to head to the racetrack. So let's turn you around real quick. I love the racing seats, like, that are in front. I love that so much. They look so good. Whoa. I was gonna say, let's avoid flipping it on the way to the racetrack. Like, we're not even at the racetrack yet, and you're already trying to flip. That's not the truck's fault, though. That's on me. I was also on the wrong road, and I need to get up over this hill before there we go. This is the road to the racetrack. I always get super confused. Even though I've played this map genuinely loads of times, I always get super confused coming out of the garage and heading to the racetrack. Maybe that just means I need to spend more time out here, but... God, that downshift sound is the best. That is absolutely the freaking best. All right, let's go ahead and head up to the start line, and we'll get ourselves a timed lap in this thing. I don't know what our timed lap is going to be, although I do think that this thing is going to have no trouble at all clocking a gold time. It's just down to me as the driver to actually, not mess it up. In 3, 2, 1, full send it. Let's go. Oh, it's quick. It's quick, but it's smooth. Like, little bit of tire damage there, but I feel like that's more just the game. Oh, dude, look at the way it transferred the inertia into the suspension and then into the ground on that corner. It stayed super flat, even though it's like higher up with this particular suspension option. It stayed super flat in that corner. That's insanely impressive. Just watch the suspension as I come on and off of these whoops. It really does an amazing job. Oh, just a little bit of a tap of the gas. Roll into it in high. It definitely prefers high on these uphills as opposed to automatic, but that's most trucks on this track, to be honest, because the way the automatic transmission is designed in this game, the way it's designed to work, if it senses that you're going up a hill, even if it has enough torque to continue at that current speed, it will downshift. 9 times out of 10 anyway, like, it will downshift, so you kind of got to be careful with that. Almost slid off. Had a little bit of like an understeer and oversteer, like 4-wheel slide beginning to start, and I was like, I'm not so sure about it. Now, there's a big compression up here, and that really tests the clearance in the front end. So let's see. It bottomed out, but, like, it didn't... I mean, it bottomed out the suspension, I should say. Like, the actual travel of the suspension, I think it bottomed out. But it didn't bottom out the bumper. It didn't cause any, like, damage to the truck. So that's really good. Because that spot is, like, through and through an insane test of it. Wow, okay. A little bit of an iffy rhythm there, but we pulled through it, no problem. I mean, 7th, not bad. This is, like, probably the... I don't think it's the fastest lap of this track I've ever done, but it is definitely the smoothest. Wow, this is so smooth. Ooh, do not flip it right there at the end. I got dangerously close, though. Up and over, and... Come on! Send it! Dude, 155. 155. Oh, so close. But we did manage to get the gold. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and remember, you can find more info about this truck on YeahBuddy's Discord, which will be linked in the description box down below. But that's gonna do it for this one, and I will see y'all next time.